friends, the words you speak over your own life carry power. Too often, we are our own biggest critics. We say things to ourselves we would never dare say to someone we love. For just 3 days, I'm challenging you to change that conversation. For 3 days, speak life over yourself. Watch what happens when you shift the dialogue inside your mind and heart. When you change your words, you change your world. When you speak faith instead of fear, hope instead of doubt, you start attracting the very things you've been praying for. Your words are seeds. What you plant in your heart today will grow in your life tomorrow. It's not about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about declaring what you believe instead of what you fear. If you can talk to yourself differently for 3 days, you'll begin to see a new strength rise up within you. Too many people live under the weight of old labels. They replay their failures like a movie on repeat. The one who messed up, the one who never finished school, the one who went through a divorce. But your past is not your identity. It's a chapter, not the whole story. When you keep identifying with what you used to be, you chain yourself to moments that no longer define you. It's time to stop calling yourself by yesterday's names and start declaring who you are becoming today. Begin speaking words that match your new season, not your old mistakes. Look in the mirror and say, I am forgiven. I am chosen. I am capable. Those aren't just positive affirmations. They're powerful truths that rewrite the script of your life. You are not the addiction you overcame. You are not the setback you survived. You are not the job you lost or the relationship that failed. You are a person with fresh opportunities, and what's ahead is far greater than what is behind. When you declare who you are, you train your mind to align with your destiny instead of your history. Your thoughts will try to pull you back, reminding you of every wrong turn, every flaw, but your words can lead the way forward. Say it even when you don't feel it. I am strong. I am disciplined. I am built for this. The more you speak it, the more you believe it. And the more you believe it, the more you live it. This is not about pretending that your past never happened. It's about refusing to let it have the final word. Your history is proof of how far you've come, not a definition of where you're going. Each time you declare who you truly are, you silence the voice of shame and awaken the voice of purpose. For the next 3 days, speak over yourself the identity you've been given, not the identity life tried to hand you. When life feels uncertain and obstacles seem bigger than your strength, that's the exact moment to start speaking victory. It's easy to talk about success when everything is going your way, but real power shows up when you declare triumph in the middle of the trial. Your words become a declaration of faith, a way of saying, I may not see the breakthrough yet, but I believe it's already on the way. Speaking victory doesn't deny reality. It simply announces that your reality is not the final chapter. Think of your words as seeds. When you speak defeat, I'll never get out of debt. I'll never heal. I'll never reach my dream. You plant seeds of discouragement that grow stronger over time. But when you choose to say, I am more than a conqueror, I am equipped for every challenge. I will come through this better than I went in. You're planting seeds of hope that can bear fruit even in barren soil. What you say today creates the harvest you'll walk into tomorrow. This isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about shifting the atmosphere of your own heart. The storm may still rage. The mountain may still stand tall, but when you speak victory, you set your mind on possibility instead of defeat. You begin to notice opportunities you once overlooked. Your confidence grows, and your faith becomes stronger than your fear. The circumstances might not change overnight, but the way you face them will. Every great success story starts with someone who dared to believe before there was evidence. Champions talk like winners long before they hold the trophy. So, open your mouth and declare doors are opening for me. Solutions are coming. I have the strength to outlast this challenge. Even when nothing in your environment looks different, your words are creating momentum. Victory begins in the heart and on the tongue, long before it shows up in sight. Fear loves to speak first. It whispers worst-case scenarios, magnifies problems, and paints pictures of everything that could go wrong. If you let those thoughts run unchecked, they will shape your mood, your decisions, even your future. The key is not to fight fear with silence, but to answer it out loud. When fear says, "You're not ready," you declare, "I am prepared and strengthened for every challenge." When it says, "This will never work out," you respond, "My steps are ordered and good things are on the way." Your own voice, filled with faith, has the power to drown out the noise of worry. Faith-filled words do more than encourage you. They shift your perspective. Fear focuses on obstacles, but faith focuses on possibilities. Every time you choose to say, "I will not fear, I will stand firm. I believe something good is coming," you are training your heart to expect the best. Over time, your mind begins to follow your mouth. The more you speak faith, the more you notice opportunities instead of barriers. Fear loses its grip when you keep declaring what you believe instead of what you dread. This is not about denying reality. It's about refusing to let fear be the loudest voice in the room. Challenges may still exist, but your words can change the atmosphere around them. When you say, "I am protected, I am guided, I am never alone," you invite courage to rise inside you. Even if nothing in the situation has shifted yet, something powerful shifts in you. Your confidence grows, your shoulders lift, and you begin to walk with a quiet strength that fear cannot break. Replacing fear with faith-filled words is a daily practice. It's catching yourself when you start to speak defeat and choosing to speak hope instead. It's building a new habit. Whenever fear tries to plant a lie, you plant a truth. Say it until you believe it, and believe it until you live it. Fear may knock, but it cannot stay where faith is spoken. When you constantly rehearse what you can't do, you build walls in your own mind before you even start. Limitations often begin as thoughts, and those thoughts become words that shape your reality. You might say, "I'm not qualified for that job," or "I'll never have the resources to start that business." Every time those words leave your mouth, you give your limitations more power. But when you start talking about possibilities, you unlock doors that once felt sealed shut. The language you choose determines whether you stay stuck or step forward. Talking about possibilities is not blind optimism. It's a declaration of faith in your own potential and in opportunities you may not even see yet. When you say, "I can learn what I don't know, I can grow into what I'm called to be," you shift your energy from doubt to action. You begin noticing resources, connections, and creative ideas that were invisible when you were focused on what you lacked. Possibility. Thinking trains your mind to look for solutions instead of problems. Even small shifts in speech create momentum. Instead of saying, "I can't afford it," you could say, "I'm finding a way to make it happen." Instead of, "I'm too inexperienced," say, "I'm gaining experience every day." These are not empty phrases. They are statements that redirect your attention toward progress. The more you speak possibility, the more confident you become in taking the next step. Your words become a compass, pointing you toward growth and opportunity. Remember, every major breakthrough began with someone daring to believe something more was possible. History is filled with people who faced impossible odds, yet refused to let their words be chained by limitations. When you consistently talk about what can be, you inspire action, not only in yourself, but also in those who hear you. Your speech of possibility creates an atmosphere where dreams can take root and begin to grow. The first voice you hear each day often sets the tone for everything that follows. Too many people wake up and immediately start replaying worries. I'm behind, I'm tired, I'm not enough. Those words shape the atmosphere of the day before it even begins. Instead, start your morning by calling out the greatness already inside you. Before you check your phone or listen to the news, take a moment to speak life over yourself. I am strong, I am wise, I am valuable. Your own voice, filled with truth, is more powerful than any outside opinion. When you affirm your worth at the start of the day, you are building an inner foundation that can't be shaken by outside pressures. Challenges may still come, but you'll face them from a place of strength, saying, I am blessed to be a blessing. I carry wisdom and creativity. I bring light wherever I go. Isn't just positive thinking. It's a way of aligning your heart with the potential already placed within you. Your morning declarations act like armor, protecting you from the negativity that tries to creep in. This practice also reprograms the way you see yourself. Over time, the words you speak each morning begin to rewrite old, limiting beliefs. If you've spent years hearing or thinking that you're not good enough, these daily statements create a new soundtrack for your life. The more you repeat them, the more your mind accepts them as truth. Eventually, confidence becomes your natural posture, and you start living out what you've been declaring. Calling out your inner greatness isn't arrogance. It's stewardship of the gifts you've been given. When you acknowledge your strengths, you're not bragging. You're simply agreeing with the potential that already exists inside you. Every morning is a fresh opportunity to ignite that potential. By choosing powerful, life-giving words before the day unfolds, you create a momentum of courage and purpose that will carry you through anything the world tries to throw your way. Negative self-talk often slips in quietly, like a whisper you barely notice until it begins to shape how you feel and act. One small thought. I'm not smart enough. I always fail. Nothing ever works out for me. Can quickly spiral into a mindset of defeat. The danger isn't just in the thought itself. It's in how often we repeat it. What you constantly tell yourself becomes the story you live out. That's why it's crucial to catch those words the moment they show up and shut them down before they take root. The first step is awareness. Pay attention to the language running through your mind. When you hear that inner critic, don't let it slide by unchallenged. Interrupt it. Say to yourself, no, that's not my truth. I am capable, I am growing, I am enough. Speak it out loud if you have to. Your own voice, declaring a different reality, has the power to override the lies. You can't always stop negative thoughts from coming, but you can decide whether they stay. Replacing toxic words with life, giving ones isn't just positive thinking. It's intentional mental training. Each time you replace a harmful phrase with a truth-filled statement, you're rewiring your mind for resilience. Instead of silently agreeing with defeat, you're creating new pathways of hope and strength. Over time, those new words become your natural response. What once felt like forced affirmations becomes the instinctive way you talk to yourself. Remember, the conversation you have with yourself is the one you hear most often. If you wouldn't allow someone else to constantly belittle you, don't allow your own thoughts to do it either. Cancel those negative messages the moment they surface and replace them with words that build you up. The quicker you respond, the less power those lies will have over your confidence, your decisions, and your future. Gratitude is more than a polite thank you. It's a force that shifts the entire atmosphere of your life. When you speak gratitude out loud, you take what's quietly appreciated in your heart and give it a voice that changes your perspective. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you begin to notice what's already good, what's already working, what's already beautiful. Saying, I'm thankful for this new day, for the breath in my lungs, for the people who care about me, isn't just nice manners. It's a powerful way to reframe every situation you face. When you give thanks verbally, even for the small things, you train your mind to look for blessings instead of problems. Your words redirect your attention from what you lack to what you have. Challenges may not disappear, but their weight feels lighter when you consistently acknowledge the good that surrounds you. Gratitude doesn't mean you ignore the hard stuff. It means you refuse to let the hard stuff steal your joy. It's a decision to focus on abundance instead of scarcity. Speaking gratitude also sets a tone that others can feel. When you openly express thankfulness, whether it's to a friend, a colleague, or even just in the quiet of your morning routine, you create an atmosphere of encouragement. People are drawn to a heart that notices and appreciates. Your words can lift someone else's spirit, inspire hope, and remind them to see the blessings in their own life. Gratitude spoken out loud has a ripple effect that travels far beyond you. Make it a daily practice. Before you scroll through news or social media, pause and speak 3 things you're grateful for. Do it on ordinary days, and especially on difficult ones. Out loud gratitude isn't just a ritual, it's a way of telling yourself and the world that goodness is still present. The more you speak it, the more reasons you'll find to keep speaking it. Your words today are shaping the life you will step into tomorrow. When you speak boldly about your future, you're not just daydreaming, you are setting a direction for your life. Too many people hesitate to talk about their dreams because they're afraid of disappointment or judgment. But staying silent gives doubt the final say. Start declaring out loud, my best days are ahead of me. Greater opportunities are on the horizon. The path before me is filled with purpose and favor. Bold words plant seeds of expectation that pull you toward the future you desire. When you prophesy your future, you give yourself permission to believe in what hasn't yet appeared. Faith-filled speech doesn't deny the struggles you face. It simply refuses to let them define the outcome. Maybe the door hasn't opened yet. Maybe the plan isn't clear. But you can still say, I will rise higher. I will see doors open that I can't even imagine right now. Those declarations are like a compass, pointing your heart toward possibilities instead of limitations. Speaking your future with confidence also builds resilience. When setbacks come, and they will, your own words remind you that the story isn't finished. Saying, this challenge is temporary. Something greater is being prepared for me keeps you anchored when circumstances try to shake you. Your words become a steady echo of hope that carries you through the seasons of waiting. Over time, what you consistently declare begins to shape how you think, how you act, and what opportunities you recognize. Boldly prophesying your future is an act of courage. It's standing in the present and announcing a vision that may seem far beyond where you are now. But every breakthrough begins with someone who dared to speak it before it happened. Keep saying it until you see it. Keep declaring it until the path ahead matches the words you've spoken. Your future will rise to meet the boldness of your declaration. Friends, for the next 3 days, guard the conversation you have with yourself like it's priceless, because it is. Choose words that build, not break. Let every thought, every phrase that leaves your mouth be a seed of life and not of defeat. Speak faith when fear tries to take center stage. Call out your inner greatness before the world ever notices. Because when you change the way you talk to yourself, you change the way you see yourself. And when you change the way you see yourself, you change the way you live. The power to shift the atmosphere of your life isn't somewhere out there. It's already in your mouth, waiting for you to use it. So start today. For just 3 days, speak with purpose. Declare victory before it shows up. Replace fear with faith. Speak gratitude, prophesy your future. And cancel every negative word before it takes root. Your words will not just describe your life, they will design it. And when you dare to talk to yourself like that, even for a few days, you'll begin to see doors open, strength rise, and possibilities unfold that you never imagined